All right, we are going to go ahead and continue our media availabilities for today. We are now joined by our 2024 regular season champion, Tyler Reddick. We'll go right to questions. We'll take as many as we can. We'll start down here with Bob and then go to Dustin.
What felt that bad in the car? No, that pretty much tops it. That's the worst I've felt. I don't know. I guess it's just a stomach bug or something. My my son was feeling a little down last week at Daytona. We had taken him to the Infield Care Center after the race, and he was struggling pretty bad on race day on Saturday. And yeah, I feel like midday Friday I started really struggling, and I was hoping Saturday morning it'd be gone, and it was terrible on Saturday, and woke up Sunday with the same hope it'd be gone again, and felt good pretty much all the way up until the race. And I don't know, it's just must have been the bump off of 2 or something. It just really got bad by the end of stage 1, and it just stayed there the rest of the way. So just really thankful that a lot of great people on our team. They're feeding me the right stuff in the car to help me manage it best I could. Just smart people, able to, put the right stuff in my drink to kind of help calm my stomach down. Just at one point I was just waiting to puke all over myself, and thankfully they kept that from happening, and a whole lot of other gross stuff. So we were able to avoid a lot of that, which is nice, but it was extremely uncomfortable in the car all night.
So you weren't puking?
I thought I was going to. I really did. At the end of stage 1, I thought it was happening as soon as yellow came out.
Only the other end.
Huh?
Only the other end.
I held on for dear life all night. I thought it was going to happen, but yeah. I really actually wanted to just get it out because it was really bad, and I took some Imodium at the Infield Care Center earlier, and that was probably the worst thing for me because I couldn't get anything out that I really wanted. So it was just a rough night.
On that note, we'll go to Dustin and then to Jordan.
Yeah, it was. Yes, yeah, Bob, I know.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. How does somebody get through a night like that?
Well, a fast car certainly helps. It really showed it in practice. Yeah, it was really strong in practice, and it when I was feeling good, we started off the race in stage 1, and I just thought, all right, we get into these green flag cycles, I'll have a shot to get to the lead, and that's just kind of when things started to spiral out of control. But the car was really strong right from the get-go. It was tough, man, when we just were bleeding points to the 5 in the middle of the race. I was trying to think of what I needed to do to go faster, and it was just really hard to focus on that stuff. I was just not able to really do what I normally do good here in the car. So I don't know. I was just kind of driving with one hand. It almost felt like I don't know how to really describe it. It was really tough in the car.
So how do you trick's not the right word, but how do you trick yourself to not focus on what you're feeling and focus on what you've got going on as you're losing?
To answer that, it's just what we have right in front of us. We're trying to win this thing, win the regular season, and that's what we're mindful of the whole way. Just trying to think of what we could do to stay in the hunt of that. We got to stage 3, and we were just thinking, okay, what do we, how many points are we behind? Where do we need to be? And we went to work on what we need to do to try and put ourselves in position to get there. And it took things out of our control to make it happen. Some cars got in front of the 5, and that's ultimately what allowed us to get it from 10th. But yeah, you just got to fight all night long. You never can count on that happening, right? The best car all night, losing control of the race. But you have to be in position to take advantage of it in case it does.
Last thing is, what does that trophy mean? What does the regular season championship mean to you? I know you got more to go, but what does that trophy right there mean to you?
Yeah, it's just a testament to all the hard work that everyone at 2311 here at the racetrack week in and week out or back at Airspeed puts into this. We're on year 4 of their goals, right? And it's just been really, really fun the last 2 years to be a part of this process, building up to where we want to be. And I mean, it takes a lot of hard work to be consistent as we've been through the summer stretch. Both years, I really feel like we had rocky starts to get going, but it's nice to be able to get to where we did in the middle of the year and start thinking about points. I think it really helped us just continue to be more consistent and get us in the right mindset for these playoffs. Just manage risk versus reward. We'll be doing it 3 races at a time here soon.
We'll come down here to Jordan.
Jordan Bianchi, The Athletic. At what point this year did you start to think winning the regular season championship was obtainable?
I think it became a lot more possible. I don't know. I feel like the first race I really started to think it could happen, or we had a shot at it within a race of points. I think it was after like Chicago. The 5 was right there in the mix with us and took a big hit on points. I think a lot of normal top contenders had some shaky days just due to crazy circumstances. I think that was the first one where we were kind of like, okay, like we're starting to creep in on it, and then it just things continued to kind of just fall, and we just kept getting closer and closer and closer. It happened pretty quick, it felt like.
Your teammate tonight, Bubba, fell short of making the playoffs. What would you say to him, or what will you say to him as he kind of as he goes through this?
Honestly, I feel like that stuff. Well, there's a number of things, right, I could say, but I feel like honestly, it's probably best we keep it between me and him, right? It's tough. I've been in his spot. It's not fun to be that close and just miss it, man. It's tough to go back and look on. You can pick apart the races, right, each weekend. It's like, man, we gave up points here or there. It's a tough thing, but for them, if they just go out through the rest of this and focus on continuing to improve that consistency, they'll be better off for next year. At the end of the day, though, there's just some things you can't control, man. I feel like a lot of times this year, they've just been right in the middle of stuff happening on the racetrack. And a lot of times this year, I don't know how to explain it. When things have happened on the racetrack, I've missed it and been able to benefit from it. I don't call it what you will, right? But it's just sometimes how racing can go. So I know they can get better, and I know they will get better. And they have a great opportunity here over the rest of this year to reload and be ready to go for next time.
All right, we have time for 1 or 2 more questions. Are there any questions down here? Okay, and press box. All right. Tyler, congratulations. Thanks for joining us for a little bit.
Thank you, guys.
Did you ever think about getting out of the car?
No.
No.
Okay. I was probably going to crash it before I got out.
All right.
Not by choice, though, you know what I mean?
They were speculating that Truex fell out so early that maybe